Hello children, welcome back. So for your half yearly syllabus children in your chemistry subject, we have three chapters. One is chemical changes and reactions and practical chemistry, which is at the back of your book. You will see there is a section of practical chemistry and water chapter. Now the chapter on chemical changes and reactions, I have already uploaded the videos on that, and and those videos I've told you that whatever I'm writing on the board, that you should be noting down in your classwork register, and you have to learn those, because all the important things and all whatever is in your syllabus I have covered in that, right? And very soon I'm going to upload the test on that chapter, so prepare it well so that you can assess yourself at how much you are prepared for your examinations and all. Now the next chapter which I'm going to take up today, as I've written on the board here, it is on practical chemistry. Now practical chemistry, as it tells you that you have to perform on your own, but since this is the different situation, different time, so different arrangements are also done so that you do not lose on into anything which is put up in the syllabus. So the first part of that is identification of gases. That is because in practical chemistry also you have two parts. One is identification of gases, and the second part is not two parts, there are rather I would say four parts. So one is identification of gases, which I am going to start today. Now gases you have studied, there are so many gases. I will be telling you category wise. First of all, we are going to start with some neutral gases. Some neutral gases. It's neutral gases. In fact, children, I am giving you names of some neutral gases which you will be needing, which you should know the names of neutral gases. And this part which I am writing, neutral gases, acidic gases, basic gas, you write in your classwork register. These names you write in your classwork register. You can do one thing, you can write on the first page of your classwork register, first page itself, so that whenever you open your register, you go through this and you'll remember the names. So I'm writing the names there. And some of these are in your syllabus for your practical work. So oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, okay, water vapor, in the vapor form, although it is not called as gas, but I have written in the vapor form, reason being because this is in your syllabus. Then NO, nitric oxide, N2O, nitrous oxide, carbon monoxide. These are some neutral gases, right? Then acidic gases, we have chlorine, the ones mainly HCl, we have carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, H2S. These are some of the acidic gases. Bromine is not a gas, HCl carbon. Right. And for basic gas, NH3. Ammonia, not ammonium, ammonia, NIA, just ammonia, right? So these, if you have a list there, it would be easier for many questions. They ask you name a neutral gas which is formed in the atmosphere, like that. So if you have an idea about the name of neutral gases, acidic gases, basic gas, you will be able to answer it. And whenever the question is name the basic gas which reacts with so and so, well, you know there's only one basic gas which you have to remember, ammonia. Out of these, the neutral gases which you have to study in the identification of gases is hydrogen, oxygen and water vapor. These to be studied. So I'll perform some experiment today to show you the preparation of one of the gas, that is hydrogen, and its identification. So my experiment number 1 is identification of hydrogen gas. I'll be writing the format how you have to write in your lab manual. You all must have purchased a chemistry lab manual, right? The lab manual. So in the lab manual, the first experiment would be, the heading would be experiment number 1, and it is, the aim is identification of hydrogen gas. I'll be writing. Now this, when you have to copy down? This you have to copy down in your chemistry class for register. Alright? Please do that, children, right? Now I'm going to start with experiment number 1. So today I'll be taking up, if possible, one more experiment. Right now I'm going to start. Now in your notebook, in your lab manual, date would be written, because the date which today's date you will write out, or the date when you are seeing this video, when it is uploaded, you write that as the date, and heading would be written underneath the margin, the first line, experiment number 1, bold block letters, experiment. In the first experiment I am going to write everything in detail, and subsequently you will manage on your own. Experiment number 1, and beautifully underline, right? You know, because you will be given marks on all this work, so you will maintain your lab manual as I am telling you. Then after that, subheading aim, and aim is identification of hydrogen gas. Then you will divide the page into 3 columns. First column heading is experiment. Experiment means whatever we are doing. Experiment. This is all to be done on the ruled side. This is ruled side. Then the heading is observation. Observation, children, word is very important. I'll stress on this term, that what you will understand by that. Observation. I'll let you know just a second. Observation. And the third heading is inference or conclusion. I'll write the word inference. R-E-N-C. And then you will underline it neatly. Okay. Observation means not what you have learned from a book, like the reaction and all. Observation means what you can see or you can smell using your senses. You can see something, color change, some bubbles formed, or anything which you can see like that, right? Then smell, that means you can odor of the gas or odor of anything. Then you can feel it, whether it is heated up, exothermic or endothermic. 3 senses. What you can see, what you can smell, maybe hear also. Sometimes there is a sound. When the reaction takes place, it gives some sound. Like in this experiment, there would be sound also. So 4 senses are there. What you can see, what you can smell, what you can hear, and what you can feel. That is heating or cooling effect. But no taste involved. We don't taste any chemical, right? Keep that in mind. So that would be covered under the heading of observation. You definitely get a question on observation in the examination, and practical chemistry teaches you how to write answers on that. So my first aim is to identify hydrogen gas, and the first part is what I am going to do. I'll take a pinch or small quantity pinch of zinc granules, with zinc powder. I'll see if I have, okay, I'll just rub it. Instead of powder, I have got granules, so I'll rub it. Zinc metal is an active metal. You know, it is placed above hydrogen in the series. We have done activity series of metals. So we take some pieces of Now zinc is available in the powder form also, in granules also. Since I've got granules, I'm writing some pieces of zinc granules. And add dilute HCl to it. Well, observation. I'll fill it up once I've shown it to you what you observe. And then we'll see subsequent experiments. Well, then once the gas is formed, because that would be done side by side, I will not get time to write it here. While I'm showing it, I'm writing it here. Once the gas is formed, we have to test for its nature, that is whether it is acidic or basic. For that we need red and blue litmus paper, and the red and blue litmus paper should be moist. So we bring moist, word moist should be written moist, red and blue, both we should bring, red and blue litmus paper near the gas. That means near the mouth of the test tube where the gas is evolved. Let's see what changes would be there, and then the inference. And the third is combustibility, that is whether the gas burns or not, or it helps in burning and all. For that, bring burning splinter near the gas. Bring burning splinter near the gas. What happens, that I'll show you, and then I'll fill in this, and what is the inference. So let's start. Well, I'll show you what I have tried to get for you. Now, this is zinc powder which I have got for you, and little bit arrangement would be needed. Okay, I'll show you the zinc pieces. Now, silvery grey metal zinc pieces. This is zinc pieces. I have got 3 pieces, and I am going to put it in the test tube. Alright, 2. I have put pieces here. So this is zinc piece which is put in the test tube. Right? You can see the silvery grey metal. Now, when we start the experiment, things should be prepared beforehand. This is called as a splint. This is a thin piece of wood which burns easily, right? Then I have got red and blue litmus papers, and I'll put use little bit of water. I have got water also. This is red litmus paper. I'll take out one piece for you all. All these things should be ready, because once gas is formed, it escapes very fast. So we have to be ready with all these things in the beginning only. Okay. So this is the litmus paper. Okay, it's crumbling. Something is the problem. Okay, I've taken. This is red litmus paper, and I'll also take blue litmus paper. This is blue litmus paper. We have studied red and blue litmus paper, children, and I'll just moist it up. Take out the leaflet and moist it up. Okay. So, both of these I'll just moist up. For experiment, it should always be moist red and blue litmus paper. I have put little water. So this is all ready with me. Now, I have to add, now we have done in types of reactions. Simple displacement reaction, metal, active metal which is placed above hydrogen in the series if an acid is added. So I'm going to add which acid, children? Dilute HCl. I'll be adding dilute HCl to it, and you will see, you will see, so I'll just add up and show it to you. So very carefully by the side of test tube add dilute HCl. What do you see and what do you hear? Can you hear something? Well, you can see brisk effervescence. The very tiny bubbles are known as, I am holding it. Now what I'll do, I'll bring red and blue litmus paper near the mouth of the test tube and see if there's changes there. I'm avoiding. No change, no change, no change. There is no change in the color of red and blue litmus paper. That means it is neutral gas. Then what do I need? I need the combustibility test. So I need a spirit lamp. So this is a spirit lamp, and I need a burning splinter. So the splinter is ignited. I just need the burning splinter. And we bring this burning splinter near the mouth of the test tube. We have to be a little careful. You will see. Can you hear the sound? Well, let's more gas be added. This is the confirmatory test for hydrogen. When burning splinter is brought near the mouth of the test tube, it burns with the pop sound. Well, I'm again bringing the burning splinter. This is near the spirit lamp, and this is with the pop sound. So this is the test for hydrogen gas. So it burns with the pop sound, right, children? In the sink. Okay. So this is what you have done. So today I'll show you how to write it, and I hope you have enjoyed this experiment. So let's write it. Okay, so now observation column, what you saw. Take some pieces of zinc granules and add which acid? Dilute HCl. Dilute should be added, concentrated we don't add, okay? What do you observe? First observation is brisk. Brisk means very rapid. Small bubbles form which we called as effer. Spelling effervescence, V-E-S-C-E-N-C-E. Brisk effervescence evolved of what? Colorless, odorless. There was no odor to the gas, odorless gas. It was a colorless or brisk effervescence of colorless, odorless gas evolved. Evolved of colorless, odorless gas. Well, we don't know that this gas is hydrogen till we have confirmed it. So the gas can be hydrogen. All the colorless, odorless gases, nitrogen cannot be evolved. Carbon dioxide or one or two gases may be evolved. Right? So these few gases may be evolved there. Then bring moist red and blue litmus paper near the gas. No change observed. We did not observe any change. No change observed. That means the red did not change to blue and the blue did not change to red. That means what is my conclusion? What is the inference? Gas is neutral. Only a neutral gas does not change red litmus to blue or blue to red. What we did next? Bring burning splinter near the gas or near the mouth of test tube. Very important. Gas burns with what? Gas burns with, well, can you see it? We write the word pop and it should be in brackets. It is actually pop sound. It actually was pop sound. Burns with pop sound. This is the confirmatory test for hydrogen. The confirmatory test for each gas has to be performed. There are these litmus test is not the confirmatory test. It only tells whether the gas is acid or basic or neutral. And there are so many neutral gases, so it doesn't confirm it is hydrogen or not. But that the gas burns with popson, only hydrogen burns with popson, so it confirms that gas is hydrogen. The gas evolved is hydrogen. The gas evolved, we confirm that evolved is hydrogen. Now this is my inference, right? Conclusion. So this is what you are going to write very neatly with proper spacing, because on one page only one experiment will be written. You will not write the second experiment on that. So one page only one experiment. Space it up properly. This is all you have to write on one page for experiment number 1. Now on the plain side you have to write the reactions which are associated with it. Now reactions I will write here at the top. I will be dubbing that information with this thing. And what I am writing here, where will you write, children? On the plain side, don't forget. It really annoys that after repeating so much and so many times, children don't remember these things. So on the plain side, we'll write the reactions. So heading would be reactions. So the metal which we took was zinc, and the acid which we took is dilute HCl, and the reaction is, it forms zinc chloride and which gas, children? Hydrogen gas. Always write the balanced reaction. Always. So it is balanced. This is first the preparation of gas. I'll put it as number 1. Number 2 is when this hydrogen is burning. It is burning because of what? Oxygen. It is reacting with oxygen. Burning is nothing but combustion reaction or oxidation reaction. So hydrogen burns in oxygen. This is for the confirmatory test. It forms H2O. Now this is third, so I'll put number 3. Reaction for number 3. Reaction for number 1. Reaction for number 3. For litmus test there would be no reaction, so I am not putting any 2 here. Again I will balance it. This would be okay, 2 here and 2 here. Now it is balanced. Right? So this is what you have to do in your lab manual. Now again I will remind children, the chemistry lab manual you will use, the one which is given in your book list, only purchase that one. Everyone would purchase that one, it should be same and uniform. Don't go for any other one. Then on the first page there is an index. Now index also will fill up according to the date when you are doing the experiment. Aim and all. Experiment number 1, what we are doing, identification of hydrogen gas. And this would be written systematically in that. I hope you have understood. Complete this work. Very soon I'll be uploading my next video with another gas. Right, children? So do your work. Take care. God bless you.